burning, literal fire. That's the identity of it. This fire has been active all this time, but guess what? It started over here in the 10th house. What I'm discovering is if you divide this in half, like beneath the horizon, 1 through 6 are these houses, so all these to the left. These seem to belong to Don Julio. When you start talking about the 7th to the 12th here, 7th to the 12th, it's like whatever starts over here belongs to Vlad Stubb. And here we go with fire. This happened on the USA, on our land. Fire, that's how we know it. But when you trace this card through the Taroscope, it actually got started in the 10th house. What was crowning DC, fire, burning desire, everyone to see, with ACB. Then it moved up here to the 8th house of shared resources, fire, desire. I think Don Julio was just getting out of the hospital. He needed help. Help me out. Shared resources. And so then it moved, this fire desire intensity moved back to the 10th house again over Washington, D.C. because November 8th, that's when everyone was celebrating in the streets. And then there was like a week of trying to get their heads wrapped around of what happened. And then November 21st, the secret of fire now is brewing. I think this is like when they were getting ready for their MAGA supports. And then for a couple weeks until the first week of December, now it's in the 6th house of public servants. These are the Republicans that are going along with Don Julio's dream that, yeah, he actually won. No, he didn't. And the court cases. And then that fire laid low for a little bit until, boom, this week, communications about fire lighting things up in Washington, D.C. And here, the Observer of Music City owns it. So that's been the path of fire. It kind of started out in a very public place that Don Julio couldn't control. He had asked a friend to get a hold of this to help him out. And then what happens, you see after that fateful time then, November 8th, all of a sudden, I think this was Vlad's backup plan, the moon void of course. The void of course moon is in the skies for everyone to see over Nashville. It's Christmas. Nobody is doing anything. Everything is just kind of a lull and quiet. It doesn't seem like anything is connected to anything. I think Vlad was seeing the numbers back here in October, knew it was going to happen. And as a friend, the 11th house came up with an idea and then passed it on after he was in the hospital to a public servant. Hey, I got this idea, who passed it along after he lost the election. And now Don Julio was like, yeah, I'm all in. This void of course moon, making a backup plan. And then the void of course moon stayed here. Kind of, I got this thing. And it doesn't show up until this week. This is who I am, the president who is void of course. There's something missing about him. There's something wrong with him. This was like the backup plan. It's kind of like him going AWOL. And he embraces going AWOL after he loses this election. The other thing that showed up after this, no, I can't find it. Oh, this is what showed up after he lost. The 7th house, my partner has a part of fortune. Timing. What goes up must come down. Are we going to take advantage of our luck here? Are we going to do something else? He lost the election. All of a sudden, the part of fortune or the wheel of fortune shows up in the area of partnership. He's going to use his partners. Help me out here. I got to spin my luck. So the following week, now they're communicating. There's ideas being brewed and communicated on what we're going to manipulate. November 21st, we're getting into Thanksgiving. And then December 7th, that week, I think wasn't that like White Isis week or what was going on? Something happened here. He totally internalized the 5th house. I'm the president. I'm going to make my fortune. I mean, I don't think it has to do with the law. I think it's gathering his partners and seeing what they're going to do about this. And it's just so interesting because back in October, here he is communicating to everyone, Leo, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. And then he goes in the hospital and then he's like, okay, I'm going to do this, but I need a partner in the 8th house to help me out here. And he still needs a friend, 11th house, to help him. I will. Leo, yes, I will. And then that drops off. And then it picks up here again. Leo, I will. Defending home. I'm going to defend this. I'm going to go and do a bunch of court cases and filings. And then he passes it off to public servants who back him up. Yeah, I will too. And then it gets passed off to the rusher, the friends overseas. Run my digital ops. We got to come up with an idea. So Putin's like, yeah, I will. Here's another really interesting thing. Coming into election season, the sun. Don Julio's like, I'm the sun. I'm all that matters. I just got a 3rd Supreme Court person on the Supreme Court. He sees him as the sun, the center of the universe. And then all of a sudden, the sun drops off. He gets sick. We have the election. The following week after the election, here's the sun. He sees him as the president. He's in trouble. The 4th house. I need people to defend me here. The defense of the United States is the defense of me. The following week, November 21st, yes, I am the sun. This is who I am. This is my identity. It feels like it's kind of slipping. And then the full moon eclipse has the sun here in the 2nd house of assets, gains, money, income. So you see just through the astrology cards how his thinking is changing. He's no longer the light or the warmth of the universe. What he has right now is an asset and he has to use it. And I think this is when he accepts he's no longer the president because the sun drops off. Just as Leo, I will, drops off. And then here comes the Yod and destiny. This is what we're going to do. Here comes Black Moon Lilith, my pain. Here comes Libra. I'm going to balance this for you for fairness. It just shows up here to make something happen. It's so crazy. Yeah, it shows up here. Putin's the partner. End of November, he's like, I got ideas for you. Donald takes that as an asset. Yeah, that's good. I balance this. We're going to balance this out. And then what happens in Music City? They're balancing it out with this act in Nashville. That's what the tarot, that's what the city itself had to say. It's crazy. So let's continue here. So the secret then, the city of music, as the observer sees the 12th house escape. People escaped. People got away. No one was hurt. The hidden enemy now, that's the moon, the soul, the pain. That is Black Moon, the Black Moon Lilith plan. The hidden enemy, the secret, the hidden enemy, Donald's pain. There's a lot of pain out there. That's the hidden enemy of Music City. The observer in Music City says, the friends, I have friends. that put me at the top of the world for people to see. There was an ally that put us on the map. What's crowning Music City? Something's missing. A leader is missing. We don't know who did this, but the FOTUS is void, of course. He's not doing his job. He's relinquished it. We're just waiting for something to happen. Lands far away, law enforcement. Grand Trine blessings. Law enforcement had incredible blessings to get the area evacuated. No one essentially hurt. There's a question about some remains they found, but for the most part, this was covered in blessings. The messages got out. People were safe. The shared resources, Music City says, Pluto transformation. There was an alliance here of assets to try to cause death. There's endings and beginnings. That Pluto is life and death. Partnerships, enemies. Music City says, Taurus, I have. That owns this real estate here. That are these double yods pointing here. Is this your alliance? No, this is your enemy, an adversary who is taking from things, who is greedy and trying to take everything they can. They stole Christmas from so many holidays through an act of domestic not goodness. Sixth house, day-to-day routine. Music City says, oh, we're just going about our business day to day. It's a holiday. Fifth house of the sun. The north node. The sun, the fifth house of the sun is a leader of a nation. This belongs to Don Julio. It belongs to local government. And the city as an observer knows they meant this. That was their person's life purpose. These yods, Don Julio's life purpose. If I can't do this, this is what I'm going to do to all of you. This is my purpose. Fourth house defenses. 11th house friends. It's Don Julio's friends coming, doing stuff. But thankfully, boots on the ground, the people of Music City worked hard and had blessings upon them to be safe. Third house communications, Music City. Fifth house creativity. This has to do with the sun, fifth house. It has to, the fifth house, leadership. It has to do with love or absence of love, children or absence of children. I feel like this is protecting Don Julio's children. I just got that. Second house, income gains value. Pisces, I believe. I believe that this trick is going to work and make me rich. What was on the ascendant? What's giving life to this chart? The first house body. It's all about me. And Vlad balancing things out for Don Julio. That is what that city of Nashville saw as an observer. It's just gross. This void of course moon that's missing. I want to know a little bit more about that card. What does that mean? Crowning the skies of Music City. What is missing? A plan of action. Something happened there that had a plan that was managed pretty well. They got their law enforcement people on the ground. It's a real burden there. We're the United States of America. things have really slowed down here, trying to figure out what's going on. There's no leadership. They're trying to get to the bottom of it with no help. The seventh house I want to look at, Taurus, I have, what is there? We have the moon there when the RV arrived. We have Mars and Eris and Donald's pain with Lilith. Taurus, I have, what does this mean? It's like someone very foolish came in and did something, not knowing the consequences, and just tick-tock, waiting, waiting, waiting. Oh, that's the RV stocked with ammunition. That's it. It was set up, and it just sat there, waiting for the right moment, count down, get people out, and boom. 11th house, friends, what is this about? Music City, what is this about? The 11th house, friends. We're very worried about our comfort and security, but you know what? It is Christmas. We have all that we need. We are filled up. Our families are filled up. Even if we get bad news, this is who we are. We're friends. And then this 5th house, North Node, life's purpose. What the heck is that about? It's just so gross. This is Russian strength doing the propaganda thing. Good data, bad data, but they're at their end of their road where they can actually be useful with this. And so it's just their purpose to be strong, create chaos, do a shoddy, stupid job at this, and create outrage and upset in their wake. They don't care. They don't care. Hidden enemy, the moon, the soul, that is Don Julio's pain. What's that about? He cannot. This Temperance with this 3 of Swords. He's at the end of his road. He can't make his magic anymore. He can't force things to go his favor anymore. And he's heartbroken, and his treason is showing. He obviously is at the end. He's angry with the government. There's nothing he can do to protect himself, his money, his kids, his comfort, his security, his relationships with the oligarchs. All of that lifestyle is going and gone. And there goes his dynasty. I'm, again, hearing these pentacle coins just falling out everywhere, as if, you know, they were supposed to be used to go to the laundromat. Literal laundromat to do some laundry, because that's what they're going to be doing in jail. Okay. You guys have a great weekend. I'll check in here and there, and we're good. We're good. We're another day closer. Another day closer. Okay? Have a good one. We'll see you soon.